All right, Sugar. So we're gonna admit now. So you can start whenever you are ready. All righty. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Cheon Shim One Morning Prayer Vigil. And so, yeah, today is the 8th day of this cycle and rotation. So we're going to be doing Anshir. And so, just to review the meaning of Anshir and why we have that as a tradition in our community. And this is Father's words, but he said that today I would like to share with you the meaning of a new ceremony that all blessed families conduct every 8th day called the Anshu. It began on May 5th, 2004 at Yosu in Korea. That was the day when Father proclaimed the era or the day after the coming of heaven, which is Anshu. What is Anshu? It has to do with every 8th day we declare a true Sabbath for God. And our family does our vows before heaven, and we also offer the family pledge in which we, as owners of Cheonilguk, pledge to fulfill all the responsibilities as blessed central families. Father and mother on that day could live in the realm or the era before the coming of heaven and enter into the realm of heaven as true family. Because of that, true parents actually enter the direct dominion and direct realm of God's true love. Actually, if we had really fulfilled all that was possible in developing true love in ourselves, we also should be able to enter the realm of heaven with true parents in our hearts at that time. However, as you know, we are still working on perfecting our love through our true family providence. Therefore, we cannot enter literally with true parents. So how do we enter the realm of heaven? There's no gap or separation. The condition that allows us to enter the realm of heaven is anshiyu. It is conditional. It means the spiritual condition that allows us to claim the next 8 days. When we pledge before God that we will fulfill anshiyu, we pledge to the family pledge to fulfill our responsibilities as blessed central families. Through that special prayer service with our blessed family, we set a condition in which God can protect us for the next 8 days, and we claim that next 8 days. So, again, this is the tradition that true parents established for us that we can be able to receive God's blessing and protection and enter into Cheonilguk. So, yeah, thank you for joining us for Anshu this morning. And so I'd like to start off by greeting our Heavenly Parent and our true parents. So, 천지인 참부모님께 경배. 바로. And so this morning, I'd like to invite up Dr. Bibi, if he could offer the opening prayer.
Our beloved Heavenly Parent, this morning, we are so grateful to you to be alive and participating this morning in this Anshiyel morning devotion, this time of Hundake with you and brothers and sisters here on this call this morning. We thank you so much for your mother who's truly stepping up, taking responsibility to lead your providence on this earth, truly in a new stage of your providence moving forward, exhibiting, Father, your motherly heart and your parents of the world, which is so desperately in need today, Father, of comfort and embracing love, Heavenly Parent. We pray this morning that we can participate in this and inherit, Father, such love in our own lives, in our own hearts, Heavenly Parent, that we may be able to share with others and Help others understand, Father, the depth of your heart and your longing, Father, to come into the lives of your children. We pray for the upcoming Rebirth Workshop. Clifton, we pray for Reverend Dunkley leading this workshop, that you can truly channel, Father, your heart to all the members that are attending, that we may truly be reborn, Heavenly Parents, that we may truly shed our old wineskins and be born anew, Heavenly Parent, going forward in our own lives, that you can be able to use us, Father, to resurrect America as chosen nation, Heavenly Parent, that is meant, Father, to truly be the elder nation, Father, to the world. We pray this morning in gratitude for this time that we can be here together, and pray that your presence can be with us throughout this time and throughout this day, going forward in our lives. This morning, I just want to make this offering to you in gratitude and love. Report this in the name of our baby, blessed family. Adieu.
Adieu. Thank you, Dr. Beebe. And yeah, we also, because on Shu, we like to do a holy song. And so I ask Koji to pull up the holy song for today. And feel free to sing along. Just please keep yourself muted, because yeah, it doesn't work so well on Zoom when a bunch of people sing together, as much as we want to hear your voices. So.
Shine. my life and my love unto the one God of love.
Okay, thank you for that beautiful song, and we'll jump into our family pledge. And so we're doing family pledge number 8. So there's also a few dark screens that are covering part of the 가정 멘세. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you. So 가정 멘세 8. 천일국 주인 우리 가정 참사랑 준싱하고 천일국 시대를 맞이하여 절대 신앙, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종으로 신의 일체 이상을 이루어 지산천국과 천산천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. For 8. Our family, the owner of Cheonilguk, pledges, having entered the era of Cheonilguk, to achieve the ideal of God and human beings united in love through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, and to perfect the realm of liberation and complete freedom in the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven by centering on true love. Okay, so good morning once again, all brothers and sisters. And so we'll be, going into our morning stretches. Maybe some people feel tired. It's been an entire 8-day cycle. And so let's take care of our bodies and wake our bodies up. So, okay, so let's reach up towards the sky. And take some deep breaths. And then let's reach towards the ground. And so today we're going to be doing a few dynamic stretches. That's stretching while moving. And so reaching over and then coming back, and then reaching over and then coming back. Let's do that 3 more times. 2 and don't push it too far, just a comfortable stretch. And then other side. 1, 2, 4, and last one, 5. And then do some upper body turns. So 1. Feel like a chair, something to grab onto. It helps. Okay. And then some shoulder rolls. So let's go forward. And then change directions backwards. And then you can, for sitting down, it's a little bit challenging, but you can put one leg out to the side and then stretch the inside of your leg. So put your right leg out to the side and then stretch the inside of your right leg. And then switch sides, the inside of your left leg. And then finally, let's conclude with wrist rolls. And the other way. And shake it out. Okay. So, now that we're nice and awake, we'll be greeting each other in the breakouts. And so, please share one thing that you're grateful for or something that touched your heart yesterday or this morning. So We'll see you guys in a few minutes. Okay, welcome back, everyone. So, to share with the whole group, I'd like to invite up first Pastor Barbara, a brief sharing about your gratitude point.
Yeah. So, when I'm reading here. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just was sharing. I'm grateful for the chance that I got to start to witness to my chiropractor, who and who is just an amazing human being. And I just don't think he's surrounded by unificationists, and I just think there's nobody else that God would really. I think God really loves him very much, and he would really love him to know about your parents. So I'm grateful there for the chance to get to share a little bit with him about our precious parents. And yeah, just I just keep reminding myself I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and just like let God work with that. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Barbara. And yeah, good luck. Yeah, witnessing to your chiropractor and sharing about true parents, a principle to him. And I'd like to invite up for the Sprague couple, maybe one of you guys can share as representatives. Yeah, but yeah, the Spragues, you could share your gratitude point.
Uh-huh. Well, anyway, I just mentioned that personally, I'm not really looking forward to this be the workshop, but my wife is in charge of the food, and I can say she's been working with dedicated her entire being dedicated to for 1 week to getting this food ready, driving around many places, talking many people, getting a great menu, and I'm so glad this will be over, that she won't spend from 9 in the morning to 9 at night talking about food with people in Japanese and every other language. So thank you very much, Noriko. And everybody will enjoy this food a lot. So have a good time.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. and Miss Sprague. Really, yeah, thank you. I've seen Noriko-san also running back and forth from the church and like carrying water or food, just small glimpses, but yeah, I can really feel it's like mother's heart preparing the environment for your children to really be able to receive so much love. And also, I can feel Mr. Sprague's heart. It's like we just have to keep moving and like we don't have time to talk. Really feel like mother and father's heart. But thank you guys for really taking care of everyone that's going to be coming. And so I'm sure we'll have an amazing, amazing food menu. So thank you so much. Okay, and so yeah, thank you, everyone. Yeah, feel free to share in the chat and yeah, look through the chat for all different, yeah, everyone's gratitude points for the morning. And with that, I'd like to pass it to Dr. Ward for the Mother of Peace reading and his reflection.
Good morning to everyone. And I wanted to start just by expressing my appreciation to the team that's working behind the scene every day to make this morning devotion possible. I'm very grateful to Koji Takino, who's Pastor Takino's son, who basically works behind the scene every day, kind of as the director or producer, I guess. And also, I guess Yasu's maybe the producer, maybe Koji's more the technical director, and Shogo for all of his work. And I know behind them, Pastor Naokimi and also Assistant Pastor Takino. I guess what I especially really appreciate is the fact that they've taken such ownership of this whole project. And that's a wonderful and very reassuring thing when we see these wonderful second generation assuming that responsibility. So I really want to thank all of them for the wonderful things that they're doing. So thank you very much. And a virtual applause to you. So really appreciate it. Okay. let's go on then to our reading today. From Mother of Peace, and we are on, sorry, this is page 41, today's reading. My mother, Hong Sun-ae, was born on March 18th, 1914 in Cheongju, North Pyongan Province. That is the town where my husband, Father Moon, also was born. She and her younger brother, my uncle, were born to a devout Christian couple, Hong Yu-il and Jo Won-mo. My maternal grandmother, Jo Won-mo, was a direct descendant of Jo Han-jun, a wealthy scholar of the Joseon dynasty. Jo Han-jun lived in a village of tiled roof houses in Cheongju, a community of people who held government positions. Not far from his home was a bridge across the Dalai River. It once was a sturdy bridge made of neatly piled large stones, but over time it had deteriorated to the point that no one could cross it. No one had the time or resources to fix the bridge, and one day a flood swept it away and buried its stones in the riverbed. As did everyone else, Jo Han-jun knew the prophecy that had been passed down for generations. If a rock carved like a totem pole standing beside the Dalai River Bridge is buried, then the nation of Korea will fall. But if that rock is clearly exposed to the people, then a new heaven and earth will unfold in Korea. So, I particularly want to draw our attention to this third paragraph that we read here today. If a rock carved like a totem pole standing beside the Dalai River Bridge is buried, then the nation of Korea will fall. But if that rock is clearly exposed to the people, then a new heaven and earth will unfold in Korea. So, Reverend Dunkley, in his Master Key speech, speaks about two things. He talks about knowing the essence, and he talks about experiencing the essence. And he's particularly referring to God's heart, and he's referring to True Mother's heart when he speaks about that, and talks about the gap between knowing the essence and experiencing the essence. So there was this incredible prophecy that we see. And in this prophecy, the people are warned that if this totem pole that is beside the bridge, if somehow it should come under water, then it would mean that the Korean nation would be doomed. And, nations come and go. Look at a country like Mongolia, you go to Pakistan and to India, and you find so many people whose last name is Khan. And that comes from Genghis Khan, basically that, the Mongolian Empire reached out so far. It was a huge nation. And yet today it's a very different place. It's just a few million people. I don't know what, maybe 6 million people. I had a chance to visit there once with Dean Boyd. We were recruiting students there. So cold. You just can't imagine, like 60, 70 degrees below zero, freezing, but also very desolate. But once this was the greatest empire in the world, everything changed. Or a country like Lithuania, if you see Lithuania on the map today, it's a very tiny country. But once Lithuania was huge, it was at least the size of France, a very large country in Europe. But at some point it changed, So there was this prophecy about Korea, and that somehow that this bridge had a very deep symbolic meaning, and all the bridge collapses, all these huge stones fall into the water, and potentially over a period of time, then of course this totem pole is likewise going to be submerged in the water as a consequence, and that would be a disaster for the future of Korea. But somehow this was a village. This was a village of government officials, we read. government officials, people responsible for the nation. And yet these government officials, somehow they didn't get it. They might have known the essence, but they didn't experience it. But there was this one person, True Mother's ancestor, Jo Han Jun, who felt deeply, we can't let this stand. We have to correct this situation. And if I have to invest everything that I have, I will do it, because I want Korea to become what it's supposed to become, which is this starting point of this heaven on earth, the starting point of Chanuguk, as per that prophecy. No one really understood what that meant, but somehow this person was in tune. So this upcoming weekend, those of us who are going to be attending this particular rebirth workshop, which Mrs. Sprague has prepared so well, all the food, so it makes it even more exciting. Great spiritual food and great physical food. We have this opportunity. Really, it's a chance centering on the Jungchimwan, centering on the words of Reverend Dunkley, centering on the experience of sharing with each other. We want to try to move beyond knowing the essence to experiencing the essence. And yeah, we're going to get there. I'm very confident that we're going to get there. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ward. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing, reading the Mother of Peace excerpt, and also for your reflection. And so, yeah, now we have a chance to share with each other. And so again, just any one key word. If you want to look over the reading again, you can look in the chat for the link. And yeah, just one kind of keyword or inspiration that you got from it to share with someone else. You don't know what can inspire someone else as well. So we'll see everyone in a few minutes. All righty. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you guys had a nice time in your breakouts. And so, again, for today, it's the final cycle of Cheon Shim 1 Rebirth Workshop testimony experiences being shared before the actual Cheon Shim 1 Rebirth Workshop in Clifton starts tomorrow. And so, with that, I'd like to invite up Breastfed for a testimony, 5-minute testimony about his experience with Cheon Shim 1 Rebirth. Yep, Breastfed.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Can you all hear me? Okay. Yes. So, yeah, it's good to see you all. And yeah, I was with Dr. Ward and Takachi-san, and it felt like just a real gift to be in that breakout. So, a few things. I've been to this Rebirth workshop 4 times. So the first time was in June, the second Rebirth workshop, and just 2 weeks ago, actually last week, I participated in 3 consecutive ones: the LA Rebirth Workshop, the ACLC Rebirth Workshop, and the AM Rebirth Workshop. And it's amazing. It's like the divine principle. It's like the Bible. Every time you read it, there's always something new that sticks out. And so I just want to share a little bit without sharing too much. What stood out for me, and just each time what I felt was quite inspirational. And so the first point is about so many of you are heard and maybe tired of hearing the 99.999%. How many of you have heard that so far? Right, I think most of you have heard 99.999%. It was the first time. I remember when Reverend Dunkley mentioned it at the inauguration and another Rebirth workshop. It's the first time it really put into perspective that there is something that invests so much, that is more plentiful than anything else, but just doesn't get noticed, right? The biggest example, obviously, the most literal example is the sperm and the egg, right? So the mother nurtures the child, and then the very bone marrow is what nurtures the child to grow through the period of gestation till they're born. But and this time Reverend Dunkley mentioned, he said, look up at the sky. It's like, what do you see? And then, well, there's the clouds, maybe there's a sun, there's a moon or stars, and then he asked, do you notice the empty space? And then I was like, that's right. it's empty. And in many ways, clearly because of the empty skies, we get to notice that twinkle in the sky at night. And so there is something that's that great expanse that we almost don't notice, and how much that supports us to be able to make notice of the things that we should. And another example is the silence in the room, right? The silence in the room is what allows my voice to be heard. The silence in the Zoom room, right? That's the reason why my voice comes through. And what maybe I've been focusing on, maybe we've been focusing on for eons, have been that voice, but never the silence that allows us to be heard. And so, it started to hit me more and more. And this pertains to, Mother says, and rebirth is 99.999% through the mother. And so, what stood out for me that was being emphasized is the environment that we haven't noticed so much, that has been suppressed for quite some time. Is something that's necessary. And somewhat recently, I was going through the Why I Joined podcast. So it's why most first generation join, and what kept coming back to me was, it was never just like the truth of divine principle. People struggled with maybe the fall and didn't really understand parallels and certain things, or even true parents as the Messiah. But one thing that was consistent was the culture and the people. They loved the people. And that's why they kept coming back. That's why you kept coming back, maybe. And so, it puts things in perspective. Environment is so important. Not just the truth. And then you think about it. In Jesus's time, Jesus was rejected. Actually, I'll get to this point in a second. But that was something that stood out. 99.999%. It's like just helping us to be able to understand more than we we did, or notice more than we did. Now, the second thing that stood out for me was the purpose of the Cheon Shim. So, like, what is a Cheon Shim? Reverend Dunkley shares about the Cheon Shim being a place where we are to go to receive heavenly inspiration. And so it says not my idea, True Mother's idea, God's idea, right? But what came up for me this time were two things about the Cheon Shim specifically. One is, of course, you can have ideas anywhere. You can have ground shattering ideas in the toilet, right? I that's my place to think about things. So where the Cheon Shim come in, what really stood out for me just the past week throughout the 3 rebirth workshops was actually the Cheon Shim is where you go to verify your ideas with God. And so you can have ideas anywhere, but that's where we go to ask God, is this what you would like me to do at this time? Is this what you would like us to do at this time? Because the Cheon Shim is a dedicated space that connects to heaven. And how does this make sense? I was reading through a document and through Mother's speech, and essentially what came up was it's about the spirit world that's in there. If you go to maybe a casino or a mob house, or a cemetery, you'd expect a certain kind of spirit world, right? Around the area, it's like people who passed away there, people, the actions that have been committed there. But the Cheon Shim is a place that True Mother has dedicated and has almost set the spirit of true parents, the spirit of Hyunjinim, Hunjinim, Demodim, the true children that passed away in second generation, to be there to support us. On top of that, it's also a place where the only thing we go to do is to pray there. And so actually the Cheon Shim becomes a co-creation of true parents and us. And the more we go to the Cheon Shim, the more we invite good spirits to the Cheon Shim to be able to support us. And so in essence, that's the difference between like a really strong, that's why the condition to establish a Cheon Shim is to have devotion there, because that's what keeps it alive. That's what keeps the gates to heaven connected. And so that blew my mind, right? It's like, that's why we should go there, because we are making our Cheon Shim even greater for everybody else to come, and opening that doorway even wider for heaven to connect to us directly in that room. And so that stood out, and that was really amazing. And so going to the Cheon Shim is not just for us, it's for everyone else. And then finally, the Koji's telling me that my minutes has been up, so I'll just wrap it up right now. But it's about just how much True Mother and True Parents loved America. That was a big point, because they describe, back in the 1960s, after the blessing, years after that, True Parents sent out the Korean missionaries to evangelize in Korea, and not too long after that, they brought them to America. Right, and so a lot of the human resources were brought to America, and then Reverend Dunkley would have you think that had they invested in Korea, today they'd be a megachurch. It would be far bigger, maybe, than any other churches there. But the investment was specifically in America for all these years, and then more than that, also he emphasized how much True Mother trusts us, and you will hear about someone named Professor Cheon Shim, but why she wanted to bring her to America first, why she proclaimed the only begotten daughter in America first, why did she settle the first Cheon Shim outside, and the only Cheon Shim she's ever settled personally, in America first, and not anywhere else. And so it's like that gets you to think a little bit about who we are and what True Parents have seen in us as the as the elder son nation. And so I'd like you to just think about that. Why America? Why America? And why was Reverend Dunkley sent to America? And why is he hosting this rebirth workshop in preparation for this weekend, or tomorrow, starting tomorrow? So that's pretty much my testimony. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rusfred. I think your experience, because it really helps people open their hearts and really see what the value of the Cheon Shim really is, what they can gain through the workshop. So thank you, Rusfred. And so again, feel free to invite someone new if you're really inspired by your experience in the Cheon Shim. And as always, the recordings are going to be available on New Jersey Family Church's YouTube account. and the Audible readings at audible.org. And then, okay. And then also, if you'd like to make a donation to help support the Cheon Shim One Prayer Vigil Ministry, then the link is in the chat below. And so, yeah, and then I'd like to invite up the tech team for the musical offering given by, I believe, Hiroko-san. We're performing a song. So please unmute.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Can you see me? Okay. Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you, no problem. Hear you.
Okay, all right. Okay, I see. Today I want to offer the song that You Raise Me Up. I want to sing in English and in Korean. And the Korean part is almost the same meaning as English content. So first of all, I really appreciate Mrs. Noriko's break. I guess, enormous labor to welcome each one of us from New England. So cooking. I can imagine every day Pastor Takino how much he is dedicating. I can imagine that. I appreciate it. And also, yes, good to see you. You made my day this morning. And thank you, Respect. Beautiful testimony from Reverse Workshop. Last, English. When I am done and all my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden me, when I am still, I'll wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountain. You raise me up to walk a stormy sea. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. 나의 영광 연약하여 지치고 근심 속에 내 마음을 다 주옵소서 나와 함께 하시니 천천하게 나 기다립니다. 날새우사 저 산에 웃는 소리 그랑 위를 나 걷게 하시리 주님 그네는 기어 있으니 이 정토라 더 강하게 You raise me up so I can stand a mountain. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulder. You raise me up more than I can be. 날 살사 쫓아낸 입술이 흔한 위를 걷게 하시리 주님 품에 안겨 있으니 이전보다 더 강하게 되리 이전보다 더 강하게 되리. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Hiroko-san. You have such a beautiful voice, and man, I think it really refreshes my heart. I'm sure everyone else is to listen to you sing. So thank you so much for coming for us and sharing so early in the morning too. I'm sure it's hard to sing when you have just woken up. So thank you so much. And so now finally I'd like to pass it to Pastor Takino in the New Jersey Family Church Cheon Shim for the Cheon Shim prayer.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Yes, starting from tomorrow. Sorry, surprise. Starting from tomorrow, we have a Cheon Shim reverse workshop. And last night, thank you, Umi. She sent detail what we have to prepare to come into the reverse workshop. And I'm very nervous and exciting, but really nervous how that we can, after 3 days later, I hope everyone get a spirit from God and touching the heart to True Mother. And I really appreciate Dr. Watt and Hiroko-san also. They all, Dr. Watt always look at the unsung hero, behind scene, people who very working hard behind scene. And once, like I feel that, like a true mother, she never show I did this, I did that, but if somebody touching her heart, she cry. If somebody understand that true mother's heart, she cry. So thank you, Dr. Watt. 8 days, really I appreciate. And so let's all together, please, working together and let's make a great workshop. Everybody's cooperation required, not only Devan Dankre, but everybody's cooperation, including that we are preparing the CAP members, preparing worship song, and the kitchen staff, everybody can create reverse workshop. So today, I like to invite Reverend Higuchi as a representative prayer.
Good morning, everyone. Please join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Parents, true parents, thank you. We really appreciate this moment to pray together so that on Cheon Shim, which Mother gave us this grace to us to connect Heavenly Parents directly. We can really making closer to you, and this morning indicate every day all the members gather together, pray together, reading Mother's word together. Thank you. Today's your word, and really appreciate to making this happen. We really need to prepare our heart to receive the Damian Dunkley word. Reverse workshop will be happen tomorrow. We really need to open our heart to prepare for our heart and spirit only to knowing Mother, but also experience the Heavenly Parents and then become one with True Mother on this earth. And we have to really need to open our heart, and we really appreciate to all the staff members, especially Takino-san, and then the Noriko-san, or any other staff member to prepare to receiving over 300, 400 people from all the Northeast region. Yes. So that on this Pastor Naokimi, we really need to be one family under God to really feel our heart and as a brothers and sisters. Yes. To meet people, greeting each other, we really need to feel, experience this spiritually deeper father's heart and mother's heart, and said that they were dankly really grateful this our community to become a artistic relationship between each other. To send that in on our true parents and the heavenly parents. Thank you. I really appreciate this offering this Cheon Shim prayer. I pray my name, Luke Higuchi, present the family.
Baju. Now, brothers and sisters, please unmute and we'll go into our Cheon Shim 1 Renaissance prayer. So, starting now.
愛する天のご父様、そしてまた、教師をしてください。
True parents of heaven, earth, human kind. For your grace, your love, kindness, for your mercy, you're great, you're the miracle so great. There's no one else like you. There is no one else like you. Parent, for you today as your sons and your daughters, you today as your children, parent, thanks. Standing now with beginning of time, all you've ever wanted is for us to come to you as your children. You've wanted, but we have been disconnected, active, far from children. Recognize your parent, heavenly parent, from the very beginning as we stepped away from you. We have neglected you. Parent, we have denied you, even your existence, heavenly parent, and now we're understanding. That has pained you so much. Through it all, you've continued to look just with hope. To look at us, knowing that one day they will still come under you, and it's because of anguish, pain, and sorrow all throughout human history. All you ever longed for was for us. You have longed for the joy that comes with embrace, the joy that comes with having embraced other. We hope and long for the day that we claim our rightful position. We can become true of yours. Parent at this time, our true parent, to be able to bring to completion all that in the very beginning. For to bring to completion, parent is evidence of completion and the building of your kingdom. Is brought to completion, and we understand that. Parent, can we realize that? We empty ourselves. We humble ourselves to be cleansed. New wine to be able to receive the new wine that you have brought for every parent is because of our old concepts, because of our old understanding of you. That's the reason why we haven't been able to understand our true mother at this time. So we hope that you help us up our hearts, our minds. Let go of our old paths, to neglect them, but to appreciate them, appreciate them, will surrender. And it's not what we need to step forward of our hearts and minds so we can understand you want us to hear at this time. It's because we didn't understand providence. We weren't connected. Beloved, Jesus ended up on the cross, and at this time we would like to not repeat that in history. We want to be able to understand Mother and support Mother. Please, there, please, here, but please open up our hearts and minds to be able to understand the relationship brings. What it is this time to advance your providence. Whether it's saying
Aju, Aju, Aju. Thank you, everyone, for praying in the Cheon Shim one. Really, I think your devotion really, really moves Heavenly Parent and also True Parent's heart so much. So thank you, guys. And so that'll be concluding today's prayer vigil, as well as this 8-day cycle, the Anshu cycle. And so this will be my final day. And so we'll have a new MC tomorrow. And so we'll be announcing who that is tomorrow. But yeah, anyways, thank you, everyone, for the past 8 days. Thank you, Dr. Ward, as well, for your really deep and insightful sharings, your reflections every single day. So thank you all. God bless you. Have a wonderful, holy day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.
have a wonderful day, everyone.
Bye,
Hey, everyone.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Good.